beautiful creatures. Welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name's Amy, and I'm so glad to have you today. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm doing a pick a card all about the messages from your spirit guides. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what's up? How are you doing? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I really appreciate you being here today. So, okay, so there's going to be 3 stacks, and we're going to go to the cards. But first, keep in mind this is a general reading. It's a general session. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information is down in my description box below. Okay, so the first group is going to be the Mystic Martian Oracle. The second group is going to be the Starseed Oracle, and the third group is going to be the Beyond Lemuria group, Oracle group. And I will insert a little video, and you can chill and see which one you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one, then there's probably a message in more than one for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful magical creatures on the other side. Bye guys. Group 1, all of you that selected the Mystic Martian Oracle, this is going to be your reading all about the messages from your spirit guides. So let's get into it. I'm going to shuffle this deck up first. Keep in mind it's a general reading, it's a general session. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information and my social media is in my description box below. All right, so woo, there we go. There's 3. Okay, we're going to take it. If this is your first time to my channel, I hope you subscribe. I would appreciate it. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. Okay, so, we have 33, master number 33. We have 33, 23, and 6, which is a really interesting number combinations because we have 33 reduces to a 6 here. So let's go through these beautiful cards. We have Merkaba. I'm probably not saying that right, but a movement, long distance travel, excitement. Ooh, beautiful. I just want you to kind of like connect with this symbol, connect with the card. It's a really beautiful, life-embracing energy. And then we have the Vegans, 23, solitude, independent, peace. Ooh, that's lovely. Lovely, peaceful energy. You could be an air sign, I'm feeling. Arcturians, feeling safe, wisdom keepers, concerns. I have a past life as not a past life, like a different lifetime. I'm not going to say past life, as an Arcturian high priestess. So there you go. It works a little bit differently, the names and labels, but that's the label that they've given me. So I feel like that energy is coming through for this reading. It's very specific here. There's a sacred work going on in your life right now, and it's going on kind of underneath the current of your 3D reality. You may catch it through motions of spirit through animals, specifically birds. I'm seeing a blue bird. Come spring, watch for the birds wherever you are, blue ones specifically. And for some of you, it's scissor-tail flycatchers. For others, it's cardinals or red birds. For others, this is like a parrot. So it's different for different people. There is a crow as well. It's like a whole group of birds here. And I feel like this is spirit communication. Birds, feathers, things like that often speak of a spirit being around you, spirit trying to communicate with you. So pay attention. I feel like for a lot of you, you may begin to feel your guides come forward. I feel like some of you guys have this Arcturian guide coming forward. I haven't talked about this very much, but I do have Arcturians and other beings from different dimensions and different times and things like that who do come through in holographic forms around some of my sacred spaces. So it's always good. It's never negative. I have a very good experience with them, and there's a lot of healing that happens when you connect with a different part of yourself. I'm not saying you guys are starseeds. You guys do seem to have an energy that may not be defined as being a starseed, but as an other. So you may feel like I'm not a starseed, but I feel like I'm something else besides a starseed. And you know, we're all a lot of things. We're multidimensional beings existing in a very difficult plane of existence. Earth is not for the timid. It is for the brave. People who come to Earth, energies that express themselves through the soul expression of Earth tend to be very courageous, very brave, very independent, aren't afraid of the long distance travel. So for some of you guys, you're a long way from your point of origin or your point where your soul feels at home. And it may be that in your life, you're at a distance from a person or your family. It could be that you feel this in your soul as being separated from most of your tribe in some kind of energetic way, be it that they are in a different dimension or in a different planet, or it's all of those things. Or your tribe is a group within this collective that has yet to completely gather. So you may be feeling the distance there as well. And I feel like for you, what's being manifested is a sense of peace within your life, being happy, being content, and really being fulfilled by your life. That is a challenge we come here and we seek, is can we take the chaos of the 3D world and the emotional chaos of being a human being, the primal chaos of being a human being, and can we make a place for us as a soul expression upon the earth that is peaceful and harmonious and brings us to a place where we feel excitement at being here in this moment. The power of the moment cannot be said enough. It's really vital to connect with your moments. And many times if you're in an unhappy place, slowing down and taking a moment to connect with your environment, connect with your life, and start actively doing things that bring you happiness. Now these are things that are good for you. Okay, so if playing with your dog is a happy place for you, play more with your dog. Do things that feed your soul more, because getting to this place, mastering your life, working towards self-mastery, working towards peace and balance is a difficult job here on earth. Many people do not understand that in order to even come here, you have to be somewhat of an ascended being, okay? Because earth is not for the timid. It's not for those who are not courageous. And I know we see people in our lives and we think, oh, they're not brave enough. No, just being here in this state takes a level of bravery. Some of you were asked to come here and some of you were on a waiting list to come here, kind of thing. That's not literal. It's more like energy, okay? Waiting for entry. And there's a large group within the collective that was invited to come here. And within that collective, there are certain souls that have big missions that affect the foundations of the planet. And many of those energies work with energies like the Arcturians. A lot of them have an angelic frequency. A lot of them have frequencies from different realms and things like that. And it's time to make that more normal, to normalize the idea that our souls can actually feel very different from being human and understand the space that creates so that we can engage as being human. That's how you really start to play the game of life. You have to accept your humanity. You have to honor your humanity. You have to honor the things that feed you. Okay, it's really important for you guys. So yeah, I'm going to pull a few more cards. I've spent quite a time on these three, but I feel like there's a very vital message there for you. Okay, I'm going to pull from the Blue Messiah deck, and we're going to get some more energy. I'm feeling guides very strongly. I'm feeling this Arcturian presence, an angelic presence, a lot of it. So yeah, for many of you, there are archangels, there are cherubim and seraphim around you. For some of you, there's the wheels that are mentioned in different texts, the many-eyed wheels. For some of you, there are many-eyed wheel energy. I think they're called Orpheum. I work with this energy. They are all about God consciousness. That's part of that wheel. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're getting more in touch with the God consciousness complex within your human existence. And it's part of the consciousness of humanity. So we have creative spark. Yes. Yes. Many of you are creatives. Many of you are in denial of your creativity, or you don't think you're talented enough. You're overthinking it. You know, many people have spoken about people who have this energy of the Arcturians. Many times they do things kind of behind the scenes. We don't see them often. We're going to see more Arcturian energy rise within the collective. And this is going to create a new creative spark within the collective. Now, it also could be angelic. It's really what you're vibing with right now, because it's a specific, I have to slow down. Okay. It's a specific energy center that my filter reads as this energy, angelic, Arcturian. However, it could be whatever you're thinking of right now. Okay, that's what I'm trying to, it's an energy signature that's what it speaks to me through my filter, but through your filter, it may speak a different kind of archetype. Okay, I just want to bring that out there. Then we have perfectionism. Ooh, you are too hard on yourself. This notion of humanity and perfectionism is so self-defeating. The whole point of being human is to accept our flaws, accept our fragility, accept the fact that we have primal needs that need to be met, that we are a dual being. We are both primal and spiritual. And we have many different layers of experience here in the world. And for many of us, especially those who have been born in the last, 30 to 50 years, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little shorter, it just depends. We were born with this high empathetic sense. And it can be very overwhelming being human when you're born at a certain level of awakening. And many of us, because we are in such a different place from other people and we're so sensitive and we've been labeled so many different things, we seek out this perfectionism many times. We seek out to reflect into the collective that we're like you, okay? We're trying to fit this mold just like you are. When the truth is, we are different, okay? This section of the collective is different. It's highly gifted. It more than likely, many of you feel like you were invited to come here, and your gifts are important because your soul expression is vital to the collective. It's important that if you feel led to be creative, you be creative, and you release the expectation for everyone in the world to see it. Okay, who is meant to see it will see it. And what flows from that, the abundance, the possibilities, the opportunities, is what's meant to be. That's where you get to a place of peace. When you release the expectations, especially when you've had these kind of expectations of perfection projected onto you, programmed into your human consciousness, it's really freeing when we walk into the idea that I'm not perfect. And I accept my flaws. It's very self-empowering because many times you begin to see your flaws as your strengths. And many times Spirit shows you how they are. And for many of you, that empathy, that intuition is meant for you to use not only in your everyday life, but in a creative way, to express it creatively. Because your art, your music, your business, whatever this creative thing is, inspires other people. And it carries an energy signature that helps to catalyst other people. That's why it's so important for you to do the things you're guided to do. especially in creative ways. If you've been guided to create a certain kind of business, there is a reason. Honor that. Honor that, that inner drive, okay? Okay, conscious words. Okay, so what they want you to do, I'm getting, is they want you to use your words in new and powerful ways. Many of you are being guided to use words of power. What are words of power? They are words that mean something very deep for you. And for many of us, they're the same kind of words, okay? Ascension has a certain power to it for most of the collective. There may be individual words that are very powerful to you for different reasons. So I'm feeling a lot of pressure in my heart chakra. So I feel like for a lot of you, you need to open up to having compassion for yourself, okay? Have compassion for how the expectations you placed upon yourself are unreasonable, okay? Have some compassion for yourself. Be nice to yourself. Say words of power. Say words of compassion. Say words of healing to yourself. For a lot of you, affirmations are going to be really important. And you may want to get into like frequency music and things like that. It'll help you along your way. There's definitely, for some of you guys, this creative spark is writing. Okay, you need to write. You need to journal. Whether anyone ever sees it or not, there's something about the energy of you writing that helps you get into a higher state of consciousness. You may be gifted in automatic writing, or you may be guided to write a book, or to create something that has a contract associated with it. But I'm feeling like it may be like writing music or have something to do with art. There's some kind of creation through the hands and through the voice. So I feel like a lot of you need to speak your truth into existence. So you need to decide, who are you? Who are you really? Beneath all this faking perfectionism and these unrealistic expectations, what is your truth? Your spirit guides, your guardians, your watchers, your angelic beings, your alien family, however this resonates for you. I feel like for some of you guys, there's Lemurian energy here as well. For some of you guys, it's really important that you listen to what they say, to what comes through. And you may do a practice where you ask them questions and you just kind of, like automatic writing, you just kind of get the answers through writing. For many of you, there's a lot of powerful information that's going to come through in some books. I'm seeing like massive, but some of you guys are into research and things like that. You're being encouraged to continue that. But for some of you, there's just this power that's going to come through a message that's going to really light you up. However it comes, it may come through music. It's going to really light you up and help guide you on your journey, okay? All right, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hi, group two, all of you that selected this beautiful Starseed Oracle deck. This is going to be your reading all about your messages from your spirit guides. So keep in mind, it's a general reading. It's a general session. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information will be down in my description box below. So, alrighty, let's just shuffle this up a couple of times. Get some new energy in the deck. Okay, once more. And once more. Okay, let's see what messages the Starseed Oracle has for you. We have Hyranth. I probably mispronounced that. A longing for home, homesick for the stars. Now, you guys may be feeling uncomfortable right now. A lot of people are. The energy we're in is rather uncomfortable, especially if you've been on an awakening journey and, you know, so far so good kind of thing, but you've had a lot of challenges. You may be feeling like, am I fixing to meet another big doozy challenge, or am I fixing to flow with the universe? So, breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. You have got to release control. Okay, there are some things about life no matter how hard you manifest, you don't have control over, okay? Especially at this level. There's just a lot of really new energy that humanity isn't used to. And it's coming from deep within the universe, okay? It's coming from the galactic sun. That's a whole other video. But and I feel like for a lot of you, you're getting a real breath of spiritual, new spiritual air, so to speak, new spiritual energy. So I'm trying to line this up where it's straighter. Okay, there you go. Let's get one more card here. I feel like there is a rebirth coming for you. But the rebirth comes from you releasing the need to control the outcome, the expectations. When you go into manifesting energy, it's really important, yes, dream big, dream specific, but release the constraints. Say, hey, universe, hey, guides, hey, God, whoever this is for you, I release and I trust my journey, and I know you align me in the highest possible way with the highest good. So, all right. We have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Okay, don't quit. Don't let go. Don't let go of what you're trying to do. What do I mean by that? Well, you want to let go of the actual literal working manifestation energy, but don't give up. Okay, just keep going. It's really important once you reach the point of manifesting energy where you feel energetically it's time to release the manifestation for the universe to bring it to you. You will begin to get a lot of guidance from your guides, and it can come through, for a lot of you, I'm feeling like it comes through a different person, a person actually talking to you. It may be a friend, it may be, you know, a religious person, it could be a family member, it could be a quote, something like that. But you'll get a lot of messages that way through other people. Sometimes you'll feel like your guides are literally talking to you through people. So I'm being guided to get one more card for you. So we're going to do 4 cards for you. I did 3 for the first stack, and so we're going to do 4 for you. You got the love, Hadrian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So this is what you're working on. Okay, this is what the universe is having you work through. I think you have some really strict kind of boundaries for yourself, but maybe you allow other people to treat you poorly and you almost expect it. Sorry, that's my hair. You guys don't want that. Okay. And I feel like for a lot of you, you have high expectations. I'm getting perfectionism. I literally pulled the perfection card for the first group. I feel like a lot of us have unrealistic expectations of ourselves, especially if you have health issues. It can be really difficult, especially when you wake up and you have all this really powerful, vital energy and you want to do so much. Sometimes we push ourselves without knowing it subconsciously. So it's good to have good boundaries about when to rest, when to say no, and be open to new places and new things. I think for a lot of you, a pathway is being open to new people, to a new tribe, to a new way of being, and getting out. I feel like you guys have been very stressed. You've been allowing what's going on around you to affect you in such a deep way that it may be literally making you exhausted. You can only control what you can control within your life, okay? And sometimes you can't control other people. You can't necessarily control an outcome specifically sometimes, but you can open up to possibilities. But rest in the knowing that the universe has got your back. If you don't believe the universe has your back, then yes, life is going to be very stressful. At some point, as humans, we have to have faith in something. Sometimes we just have faith in ourselves, and that's enough to carry us through. There's a level of self-mastery when you seek that from within yourself. And not outside yourself. And there's no judgment here. There's absolutely no judgment. And sometimes we work with the energies in ways that are both outside of ourselves and within ourselves at the same time. It's an interesting kind of energy. It's like your inner world reflecting in your outer world and being open to that. Okay, I'm going to get some more cards here for group 2, Blue Messiah deck. Tell me more about group 2. What else do they need to know, Spirit Guides? Okay, we have soul travel. Okay, for many of you, you may be having some strange dreams, or you may be meditating or feel guided to start meditating in whatever form that is. But I feel like you're going to be having dreams and visions and unusual experiences from your guides. You may actually also have them from passed on loved ones, messages that come through in really powerful ways that help you move into an energy where you feel relaxed, you feel at peace, and you release these destructive boundaries or codependency tendencies, and you're able to move through a new kind of portal to a new way of being. There's a lot of new vital energy coming to you. I keep going back to the word new. And soul travel here, we have Earth. Yeah, I feel that. There's a lot of creative energy coming through. I also feel like, oh, it's faith. I thought it was Earth. It's faith, you guys. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was like, Earth. I feel like, again, we're going back to faith. You have to believe in yourself, okay? I'm trying to get the message so I can, it's really important that you understand your possibilities and understand your gifts and be open to new ways of being. I think many of you have been reluctant to kind of act on what the universe is showing you. There may be a situation in your life that is going to be revealed that will require you to have more faith in yourself instead of having faith in others. There may be someone who you have faith in that disappoints you, and what's happening is you're becoming aware of your expectations of others, and you're becoming aware of other people's expectations of you. Okay, let's get some more cards here. I think you're building faith in yourself. Energetic shield. Yeah, you need to shield your energy. Because there's definitely, with this homesick for the stars, longing for home, a codependency, I feel like there is an energetic leak going on of your vital force. And it has to do with this energy of someone else. I feel like there's someone around you who is either misleading you or is some way using you. And this is zapping your energy. And it makes you just feel, I want to say homesick for another place, but I'm also feeling comfort. Like you haven't felt very comforted by someone. You haven't felt like they've been there for you. And I feel like this is a different energy here I'm feeling. For those of you who have had faith in someone and you feel like you're not being fulfilled by that faith, it's time to reassess your expectations of other people. And if this is reasonable, then there's an energy here that you need to start shielding your energy. Kind of experiment with shielding your energy. You can picture a golden aura around you, like bubble yourself with a golden bubble, and see how your relationship with this person changes, how your energy shifts, and the awarenesses that come. I'm not telling you to cut this person off. I'm just telling you to shield yourself and then pay attention. Pay attention to what the universe shows you. You know, sometimes our relationships run their course and we have to surrender and let go. And for some of you, that's very hard because with this faith card here, I'm feeling Libra, Leo, Taurus. I'm feeling Cancer energy, Gemini as well. Sagittarius. Okay. Self-love. Yeah, you need to love yourself more, okay? And I feel like a lot of you have been putting someone ahead of yourself, and it's causing you to feel this energetic drain. You have to love yourself first. That's part of what Earth is about, learning to love. You can't truly love another until you love yourself. I don't care who tells you different. They're lying. You must love yourself and honor yourself before you can honor others. Self-love breeds more love. It breeds more compassion. It breeds more understanding. When you truly hold yourself in high regard and hold space for yourself when you need peace, when you need harmony, you take time out to rest, you take time out to take care of yourself, however that works for you, you begin to honor yourself with compassion and love and self-respect. This is something you can give to others. When you're in a place where you're not giving that to yourself, you often attract people, places, and things that don't feed you and actually drain you because you're attracting a mirror. Because the universe is trying to get you to a place to honor and heal yourself. When you heal yourself, you heal others. Self-healing begins with that walk through taking care of yourself. beginning to respect your vessel. Your vessel is a gift. Being here is a gift, whether you volunteered to come or you were asked to come. Being in this reality is a gift. It takes a level of self-mastery just to be here. And I mean self-mastery in an energetic way, okay? Because we have a lot of different beings who have incarnated here on this planet, and they come from different dimensions, different planets, different timelines, you name it. We got it here. Because all this expertise is coming forward to help humanity, humankind, ascend to a different level of being. Instead of being locked in this place where you feel really off because you've been programmed so much that you don't even feel comfortable in your own body. You have never really connected with the human experience. You know, you've been out in the sun, but you've never truly felt the gift of the sun on your skin. You've never felt the gift of the wind on your face because you're locked into this program, this mind-numbing program of providing, of stress, of bills, of owing, of not giving enough, of people asking you to do things and you never saying no, you always saying yes. This idea that we have to give all the time, and we give so much Cancer energy here, we give so much to other people that we do not hold space and honor and respect ourselves and give to ourselves. I learned the very hard way, brutal way, I had to lose everything, including my health, to understand that until I took care of myself, I could not do the kind of work I'm doing. I could not be good to anyone until I was good to myself. I feel like I'm starting to preach here a little bit, and I don't mean it that way, but you guys, there's no way around it. In order to better your life and yourself, you don't start necessarily by doing the outside work. It all starts within, and then it's reflected without. And there's no way around self-love. And if you've done things that make you ashamed, or you've done things that you judge yourself for, you need to work through that. Self-judgment is a big block to self-love. If you overly judge yourself, you cannot overly love yourself. And you can't overly love yourself in a positive way. I'm not talking about narcissistic overconfidence. I'm just talking about loving and respecting yourself, accepting your flaws and your strengths, knowing who you are in the world, and not accepting to be treated as less than what you are. Yeah, so it's powerful, powerful, powerful energy manifesting for you. I'm going to get a couple more cards here. What else, Spirit Guides, what else do we have for group 2? We have prosperity, you guys, 36. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and the celebration of the abundance and riches the universe provides. We got this in the first group. No, or was it the daily? Anyway, I pulled the abundant universe will provide from this card here. From the Animal Spirit Oracle. These are kind of the same kind of cards, the same frequency here. And I'm feeling like you guys I want you to hone in on this card here. Just give it a minute. There's so much powerful energy in this geometric activation deck. It's one of my favorite decks, and I haven't used it a lot lately, but I'm feeling like all this work you're doing, all this healing is going to bring you prosperity, because you're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel more guided. You're going to understand where your guides are trying to take you. You're going to be able to hear more clearly intuitive hits, and you're going to be encouraged to act in ways that feed you and bring you joy and happiness. You guys need to experience some joy and happiness really soon, okay? I feel like you guys haven't had a lot of that, and it's hard to exist. I'm going to cry. I feel like I'm going to cry. You guys, it's hard to exist on this planet when you don't feel good things, okay? Because we live in a universe, an awareness, a dimension of polar opposites. And if you linger too long in pain and sorrow and things like that, the ability to be happy seems very far off. It feels like a big, long travel walk, right? Like a huge journey. But it really happens. That journey picks up. It's almost like the journey is cut in half when you begin to shift your perspective about your life. And I feel like your guides really want you to shift perspective. How are you going to shift your perspective? By doing this. By shielding yourself, actively shielding yourself, And you may need to shield yourself from other people. I feel like you guys may be empaths that are awakening or going to the next level, and you really need to shield yourself because you're going through a process of learning what thoughts are yours, what thoughts belong to other people, and what thoughts are the program that's running in your brain, your mind, your energetic signature that is keeping you in a place where you make decisions and you give too much of yourself away, and there's not a lot left for you. It's time for you to put yourself first. And yes, people will get mad. Okay, you're going to have to release that. I don't want people mad at me. You're going to have to release that, okay? You're going to have to surrender to the fact that there are people who are going to be upset. In fact, a lot of people usually get upset when you start picking yourself. This was this message for group 1. It was similar to this. It is imperative that people, especially if you've been going through like a spiritual journey, it's very important that, especially at this time on the planet, that you begin to heal yourself. Okay, it's great to work with others. It's great to do for others, but you have to honor your own flow. You have to honor where you are. And there's an awareness coming forward for group 2 of where you are, where you really are, and what's about to happen and how you're about to move, because big moves are coming for you. But first, you got to know you're worthy of it. Okay, you got to know that this is for you. This is meant for you. Okay. And if there's anyone around you who makes you feel worthless or doesn't lift you up, you need to question that connection right now. That's why you need to shield yourself. I'm not saying that you cut them off, but I am saying that energetically you need to shield yourself so that you can begin to understand your relationships around you better and how they may be keeping you in a state where you can't love yourself or you can't spend time with yourself. I'm not talking about spending time with yourself and neglecting your relationships or your responsibilities. I'm saying making yourself a priority every day. And for you, a priority might be, you know, I need to laugh every day. So watch TV that makes you laugh or visit with the person who makes you laugh. You know, laughter is very powerful and it can really help speed up your journey to happiness, to going from feeling a lot of pain and misery and suffering to tipping the scale where you feel like this happy, joyful place is possible. Happiness can help you along that journey. Not happiness, laughing. Laughing can really help you along the journey to happiness, okay? It's time for us to honor the power of joy on the planet. So, okay, group 2, that's what I got for you. A lot of beautiful things are going to manifest for you. Put yourself first, okay? You're important, you matter, you're vital, and you're worth it, okay? You are not a burden, okay? All right, guys, so I enjoyed doing this for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I love to hear from you guys. I hope you have the most beautiful day. I love you, and I will see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Group 3, all of you that selected the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck, this is going to be your reading all about the messages from your spirit guides coming forward. So, all right, I'm going to shuffle this up. Keep in mind this is a general reading. It's a general session. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information will be down in my description box below. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, it's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. All right, let's shuffle this up one more time. You know, I feel guided to knock it, so let me knock it. My throat chakra is trying to open, to close up. I'm trying to keep it open, so bear with me. Okay, is that 1? That is 1. We have Sacral Chakra, Core of Creation. Ooh, I love this card. Beautiful energy from the Lemurian Oracle deck. So let's get another one here. We have Starseed Elemental. You may be a starseed. You may resonate with starseed energy, or you might just feel like you're different. You're different from other people. Maybe you have had trouble being accepted because of your differences. I feel a lot of rainbow energy as well. I feel a lot of like LGBTQ plus energy with this card as well. We read energy here, not gender. Reclaim your energy. Boom. There you go. Okay. I think you guys, the guidance here is, I think you guys need to work on your sacral chakra. And, you know, it's above your root. And it's where a lot of powerful energy comes through, like your vitality. It's like the root of vitality starts in your sacral and it ascends into your solar plexus, but it really starts from feeling safety in your root chakra. You may need to actually work on your root chakra. The root chakra is about, a lot of times you have a damaged root chakra from not having your immediate needs met as a child. So that could be people weren't emotionally available for you. You had an unemotionally available parent of some kind. I'm hearing like mother energy, but that is not gender, that's energy. You may also have been mistreated. You may have had a masculine energy that was out of control as a child and you never felt safe. You may have felt neglect as far as like your a place to live, food on the table, that kind of thing, basic needs being met from a child. Also, some of you guys did not experience enough touching, like intimacy with another human being, as far as like physical affection, as far as hugging, kissing, showing of affection. It may have been kind of something that you kept under wraps. Whenever you were hugged, maybe by a parent, maybe it made you feel weird because it wasn't the normal thing. They didn't really know how to express emotion. I'm getting a lot of emotionally unavailable parental stuff. And hey, I'm a parent and I wasn't the most emotionally available parent because I was damaged. And I think it's important. Hey, I'm not letting myself off the hook for this, okay? So I just want you to know that. I hold myself accountable, but because I should have done more to be more emotionally available. However, understand that your parents, whoever brought you up, many times are not emotionally available because they're damaged. We pass on damage to our young. Many times that's why I say it's generational. This has been going on for generations because we teach it. And I feel like for a lot of you, whether this resonates as far as a parental situation or some other kind of deep connection that happened when you were a child that made you be in situations that where your emotions may be something that you kind of had to put aside. However this resonates, just understand that damaged people damage people. Okay. And we're all damaged. It doesn't matter how beautiful you think someone else's life is. We all have damage. Okay. Because you can't be alive on planet Earth without the system trying to program you. Okay. Your parents are programmed, your grandparents, great grandparents, and for many of us to feel disempowered, to not feel valued. And people who don't feel value don't know how to give value to other people. So it feeds itself. It's almost like a society virus. You know, I'm trying to straighten the cards up because they're driving me nuts. My OCD has been bad today, you guys. So that perfectionism thing, you know, it can really backfire on you. Okay, let me get some more cards here. I'm going to go to the Blue Messiah deck and we're going to get some more energies here. I love this deck for spiritual readings. It has powerful energy in it. It's time for you to reclaim your energy. Okay, it's time for you to honor yourself. And you have to become emotionally available for yourself. That's how you switch it up for yourself. And if you have children or you want to have a family or the next generation, you know, you can be a more emotionally available friend. You can be a more emotionally available partner, etc., etc. And you heal up your bloodline, your ancestors, your guides, your DNA, all of those things that come forward through you receive kind of a healing hit when you do things for yourself, when you start healing yourself. Your guides become stronger, meaning your connection to them becomes stronger when you do this kind of work because you're willing to become aware of your own dysfunction, and that is painful. That was one of the biggest awakening moments of my life when I realized how truly awful I was, because I was awful to myself. How could I be good to anyone else? And I'm not saying that I didn't have good intentions. I'm not saying that I wasn't good to people, but underlying all that good energy was this just self-hatred, and complete disconnection. You guys may have an issue with just being human, like allowing yourself to be fragile, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. It's hard to have compassion for yourself when you hold yourself to such an emotionally distancing expectation. It's like you don't take your emotions in. I am not a therapist or a psychologist. Please seek professional help if you need it. I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you. Okay. It's really hard to grow when there are things about yourself you won't connect to, you're in denial about. And it's very painful. I'm not saying this is an easy process. It's not. It's not easy. But here's the thing. If you feel like, or you have never really been accepted by society or by even a group of people, maybe you've always felt like you're an outsider, it's because you are creating that within yourself by not allowing yourself to be human, not allowing yourself to have emotions. This group right here, you guys may experience a delayed reaction to emotion. And I have that experience. It used to be super, super bad, where I would experience things like years later, you know, and that supports a lot of dysfunction and disassociation. I would disassociate from emotions, from people, from places, from things that hurt me, or could make me feel emotions. I didn't cry for years. I wasn't open to crying. And when I woke up in 2019 from my nightmare sleep of a chronic illness that took everything from me pretty much, it was painful to see just where I allowed myself to de-evolve to, how close I was to crossing the threshold of the other world, and how literally an aspect of myself, a higher self aspect of myself, had to come in and start speaking to me and telling me, you are going to pass over if you don't do something now. And many times it takes a moment of like, I just don't know if I can do this anymore, to have that message come through clearly. And I think for a lot of you, there's a need here to connect with who you truly are. It doesn't matter if you feel like other people won't accept you. This isn't about other people right now. This is about you. This is about who you really are. And that beautiful human being deserves to have light, love, and happiness. You deserve to live your truth. And you know what? People are going to judge you anyway. So you might as well be who you are. And I'm going to say this, and some of you people may be like, Amy, don't cuss, but I'm going to say this. Fuck people who don't believe in you. Fuck people who don't have your back. Fuck people who don't love who you really are. Okay? Point blank, period. That's where you have to get to. You have to get to that place where it's more painful for you to continue to shrink who you are than it is for you to just walk in the grandeur of who you are, and let who judge you, judge you. Let me tell you something. The people that judge you, this is a reflection of them, where they are. When people judge you harshly, it's usually because they live in some kind of restricted expression of themselves. They haven't allowed themselves to truly present to the world. Many of them are living the program. And the program tells them to judge you harshly. Because when humanity becomes empowered in their authentic truth, everything changes. As you walk into the beauty and truth of who you are, your whole life is going to change. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but I'm going to tell you along the pathway is a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, and a lot of surprises. Spirit rewards us. The universe rewards us for this kind of bravery. Okay, many times it presents as people, really special people who show up in your life, who help you develop your voice more as an authentic truth of self. It is people who will love you not in spite of your differences, but because of them. They will hold you as more precious and more bold and more wonderful. They will see the hero in you. These are your tribe members. These are your true family, and these are important soulmates, twin flame kind of energy. Okay. Now I'm going to pull from the other deck, you guys. I feel like a mom right now. I feel a lot of Lilith mom energy coming through and saying, you guys, let me tell you something. It is more, quote unquote, normal for people to feel different from one another, unusual, than to feel like one another. Okay, because our energy, this is a truth that humanity has had a problem with. But we are all different from one another. We are all unique expressions within this world of divine consciousness, of God's self, of higher self, whatever paradigm you want to insert there, okay? And you're here to express that, not to restrict it and program yourself to be like everyone else, all right? Some humans here are so far into the program that they've lost their ability to even connect as humans. That's the point of the programming. And you are connected. No matter how you disassociate, you cannot get away from it. You can't get away from your connection. You're probably highly psychic and highly gifted. And that's part of the reason why you try to disconnect. Because there's a part of you that's in denial of your abilities. Okay, let's get those other cards, Amy. All right, we have Soul Travel that came out for group 2. But I feel like for you guys, many of you in dream time are meeting with guides or your tribe members. Some of you guys actually have an astral temple that your higher self is going to when you dream. And many times when you wake up tired, it's because you've been working. You've been busy. Others of you will have experienced like being on a different planet, in a different dimension, maybe in a state of being that's a little bit confusing because your human mind is trying to make reason and logical sense of it. And I feel like for you guys, releasing the need to understand everything right now will help you move more quickly. I know it's hard, especially if you have really complex spiritual expressions come through from your guides or from your dreams. And a lot of times the complexity comes through in lucid dreaming. Many of you guys may be curious about lucid dreaming, or you are lucid dreamers. And I feel like you need to write down your dream experiences. If you meditate and you're a highly gifted visionary, write down the visions you have. Okay. Later, when you go back to those, you will see how brilliant you are and how deep your connection is. This is going to help you walk more into the truth of who you are. Okay. It could be artistic expression here. So, and we have heart compass. Okay. Allow your heart to guide you. Allow your heart to have compassion for you and reclaim your energy from the people around you who do not believe in you, who put you down. Do not keep these people in your space. Okay. Do not allow people who do not accept you and do not love you like they should close to you. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean cut everybody off. Okay. That just means you keep people at appropriate lengths. You don't let them into your mental space. Don't share what you're going through with those people, because those people are using that energy in a negative way. Okay. This is like hater energy. You may have people around you, hating on who you are. And you are a beautiful human being. And you're meant to rise in the truth of who you are, whatever expression that is, as long as it's not anti-life and not hurtful to others and not violating other people's will. And what I mean by that, will violation has to do with anti-life energy. I don't feel like you're anti-life in any kind of way. You may not fit the rules of society or the expectations of society, but that's their hang up, not yours. Okay. That is not your cross to bear, so to speak. You just need to walk in the truth of who you are. There is strength in that, okay? Blue flame. Ooh. I'm sorry, that just feels so intense. Blue flame with the 2 here. I'm feeling a lot of healing and compassion and energy and awarenesses coming through. I'm just going to hold this card up. It feels like it has a lot of energy in it. There is a lot of healing energy coming through. And I feel like this is enlightenment. This is divine self-awareness. It's almost like I'm seeing, still are in some places, there used to be like religious or spiritual people who used to walk among their culture, every day on the street, and they have food bowls. I think these are Buddhist monks, and they relied on the universe to bring them food, kind of thing. And I feel like for you, you've been walking among, I want to say enemies. You've been walking among people who have not been kind for you, and you've been holding out your bowl, expecting them to fill it, and they're never going to fill it. But I'm feeling with all these crystals, these are guides that are focusing in on you, who are going to fill your bowl. They're going to show you how to fill your own bowl of nurturing, your own bowl of healing, your own bowl of compassion. This is going to lead you to a level of enlightenment and self-awareness. And I know you guys may be like, don't say another awakening. I don't think I can handle it. Not all awakenings, though, are like traumatic or dramatic. And I feel like this kind of awakening here is a healing awakening. It's a level of self-acceptance that allows you to not really care what other people think. I tell you, the moment I stopped caring what other people thought of me and trying to fulfill expectations that I could never reach, a major healing in my awareness has happened. And I didn't just see the nightmare of my life, but I also saw the possibility that I had more around me than I thought. I had more resources than I thought. I was stronger than I thought. And you know what? I can move forward. They may not be huge, giant steps. And at first, when you're walking this kind of pathway, this this is a tough one. Okay. This is a tough pathway. There's a lot of boulders in the way. There's a lot of blocks and a lot of things to get over. But when you start walking this, you will find that a lot of things begin to unfold very easily. Like the people around you who do not have your best intentions at heart are removed somehow, or they're revealed, and you make motions to get them out of your life, and you may not realize that's what you're doing. And sometimes we have to let go of people. I feel like that for this group specifically, you may be holding on to people whom you love and who, you know, you feel like they love you on some level, but they don't accept you. As long as you surround yourself with energies that don't accept you, it's going to be hard to accept yourself. And I feel like not cutting them off, but putting some distance and starting to really focus on you and honoring yourself, I think will really help you. And I've been getting this message a lot recently in the last few days about the power of saying no. Stop doing things that no longer serve you. Okay, because they're expected of you. I'm not saying to quit your job. I'm not saying, you know, to say no just to say no. Have a reason to say no. But I'm feeling like for you, the sacral chakra here, a lot of healing is going to come through you being willing to put yourself first and say no. And that has been the overwhelming message of these messages from spirit guides. It's time for people to start doing things that are in their best interest, that are honoring and loving to themselves. You need to accept yourself. I don't think you fully have accepted yourself, your gifts, your abilities, your oddness, your strangeness. Let me tell you something. Your struggle makes you beautiful. It changes your frequency. When you've been through deep levels of trauma or had a lot to overcome, there's something special that happens to your frequency. It does make you different. It also makes you rise above or be pulled out of the mass of the collective. It gives you a special perspective on humanity, on the interactions we have with each other. It allows you to see sometimes the worst and the very best. And in between, there is an element of peace and harmony coming for you guys. So yeah, this is a beautiful message. And I hope this resonated with you. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I love to hear from you guys. I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. I said it like 5 times. Bye, guys.